Today, a ranked versus ranked matchup as a couple of top 25 teams get set to go jaw to jaw. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Buckeyes will kick it away to start us off. Straight ahead from inside his 25. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the offense on first down. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Alabama! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
What a way to start this game offensively. You find the matchup you like, you put it in his hands, and he does the rest. The defense looks like they were sleepwalking out there to start this game. One play, they go the distance to score a touchdown. This defense better wake up.
They already have the lead, and they're trying to build it here in the first quarter with an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, I give them a lot of credit for having guts. You normally don't see onside kicks until the very end of the game. Here we are in the first quarter, and they tried one, but it didn't work. So their defense now has to come out here and bail them out.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. Steps away. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
Great job on the back end in coverage. DB staying in the hip pocket of the target and was able to swat that ball away.
And guys, they really need to make something happen on this third and long. Looking to throw, it's Howard. Another incompletion on third down. 3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he's got it! Touchdown, Ohio State! Getting set for the point after. Smashes it through for the PAT. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close that drive going to the air for the final few inches and the score. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 25. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Tide offense offense rolls onto the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. You can go way back in the history books to the wishbone attack all the way back to the first Rose Bowl team. Alabama builds its identity on a strong running game.
Builds it on dudes that tote the rock and do it with nastiness, with some physicality. Not one guy's going to bring them down, and you see it year after year with these guys, and there's always somebody that's going to be a physical challenge to try to get on the ground.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Alabama pushing the tempo.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there. As a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off, and he's got the
Off he goes. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And he punctuated that drive by ripping off a 38-yard run for 6. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything looked...
Oh, look out. There he goes. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on a...
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Second down now after the sack. To the air, it's Howard. Throws to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. 3rd down play from the gun. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
This is such a frustrating feeling. When you got a defense that drops back, takes away all the immediate options, does a really good job with the first play, the pass play, but then you got a quarterback that just pulls it down, easily gets the first down. I just don't know how you stop a guy like this.
And he'll make the grab along the sideline, but is not able to get to the first down marker.
And I love working with slot receivers, and you see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get him matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys with those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
Fires left. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
I know it wasn't an interception, but a lot of times tips and deflections leads to interceptions. Great job by the defender getting his mitt on the football.
Wants to throw on third. And that pass picked off. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing into zone defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late, and as a result, it's an INT.
Here comes that Alabama offense. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
And he's able to pick up a few yards as we reach the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Alabama 14, Ohio State 7.
Talk about aggressive. This head coach is keeping the offense on the field inside his own 30. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
Complete to the left. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. And the Buckeyes will hustle to the line. Back to throw, it's Howard. And it's intercepted. He tried to set up the screen, and the defense was right there. The 50. He's at the 30. The 10. Touchdown tie! How about that D coming up with a play like that?
How about that play by this defense? Reading the running back, coming out of the backfield, breaking on the football, making the pick, and then walking himself into the end zone for a touchdown.
Lining up to add another.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on...
Oh, look out! The 20. Waltzes into the end zone, but he might be dancing the other way. There's a flag on the field. That celebration turned sour quickly after they saw that flag, and it wiped out the big play and the touchdown. Now on second down. Wants to throw. It's Howard. Going to try to get it himself. At the 35, he's open. Oh, and he ruins the big gator with a fumble. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. Everything broke down. The quarterback tried to bail them out, but he ended up making things worse when he fumbled.
Yeah, I like the quarterback and his athleticism, extending the play and at least giving himself a chance. But you got to finish. You still have to do a good job taking care of the football. That's priority number one. He wasn't able to do that.
Really nice job by the quarterback. Hey, a lot of quarterbacks want to cover. They want to drop back. They're not really about that life. They don't want to be the tackling kind of guy. They're like, yeah, leave that to the linebackers. That dude committed, came up, made a nice tackle.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Despite failing earlier on fourth down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Steps away to find some room. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start the racing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Scanning the field, it's Howard. Trying to escape and get it himself. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Trying to find his man on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the catch. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. First and goal. The snap sets up the throw. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Grabs it inside his 25, and here he comes. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. They go to the ground. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. On first and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Fourth down and goal from the 3. Can the defense get a stop? He is denied. Stopped just short of the goal line. Pushed his way to the 1 and could go no further, and they'll turn it over on downs. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You've got to be so smart. You're going to be aggressive with your decision. Back to pass, it's Howard.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. On third down, he drops the throw. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The Buckeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. That's going to wrap it up here in the first half. Stay tuned. Second half, not too far away. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Can't get him to the ground. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised. And initially, he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Gets it out fast. At the 40, there he goes. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Back to throw, it's Howard. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? After the incompletion, it's second down.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
They stripped it out. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And he was under so much stress on that play. You saw him scrambling, trying to buy time, doing everything he can to keep the play alive. But the defense just kept coming in waves, and he got a little bit downfield before they finally knocked it out and jumped on that fumble.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. He lost one down the sideline. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Smart offensive coordinators, they're going to throw deep balls, especially those 50-50 balls you hear about all the time. My wide receiver is better than your DB. Not on this play.
On fourth down, looking to pass. He's not afraid to go deep. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
And sometimes the best defense is getting a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. Fires to the right. He's got it. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal. And the Buckeyes moving quickly to the line. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Got it behind the line. It's Scott. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. Here's the return from inside the 25. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Here comes that Alabama offense. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were really disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Now the pitch. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Using his feet to buy time. And it's on the ground. The defense pounced on that, and now they're headed the other way.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job by the defense covering that thing up.
They're bringing heat. And it's picked off for the third time today. Taking it the other way. He's at the 20. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And you don't see this very often. The big defensive linemen, you see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time. But how confusing is it, Paul, when it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception?
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch the football out of the air? I mean, that was crazy athleticism, well-deserved. That's going to make the highlight reel for sure.
Pushes and picks his way ahead for 6 yards. He's down at the 8.
And 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs.
That's the end of the third quarter. And after 3, the game is tied.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Quick pass on the jet motion. Touchdown, Bama! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown run. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him go.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
To the air, it's Howard. Looking left. Makes the grab. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. The Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry up. To the air on first down. And they couldn't hold off the Heat, and he goes down with the sack. We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Wide open downfield. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. The Buckeyes look to keep this drive humming.
Nice play design on that one. To make it easy for your quarterback, too, because it's easy to see what's happening right in front of you. Over the middle of the field, you can see where defend.
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
This guy is officially a problem. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense, dude. If I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
And it's good, and we're tied in the fourth quarter. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a scoring toss from the 33. Coming down the stretch in the fourth, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. Great starting point. Grabs it inside his 25, and here he comes. And the returner will be brought down. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
They'll go empty. 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 15. Looking downfield, it's Milroe. He's going to throw deep right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Got his man. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
Quick completion on the out route. That's a live ball. And they were lucky that fumble went out of bounds. They'll maintain possession.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. They've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
Myers on the move. On the move at the 30. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Guys, this is the kind of finish we hope for. Tie game. Offense with a chance to grab the lead in the waning moments. Not a whole lot of room to run. Let's give him a couple. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves in a position to win.
And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. No field goal attempt here. They'll try to break the tie here in the 4th with a touchdown. Goal line defense, and he gets nothing as he stopped right at the 2.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run. You saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. There's enough time to get the ball down the field here, David, but you've got to make sure you're efficient and avoid mistakes.
Yeah, and those 2-minute drills, you always talk about the first down, Jesse. Get that first down, stop the clock, get some momentum going on offense.
Yeah, and good decision-making by the quarterback, too, right? You don't have to be greedy in this situation. Just take what the defense gives you and get yourself in position to win.
He's going to throw it from his own end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, they've thrown 2 straight incompletions, and they just need to play pitch and catch on this next play. They're down a possession, and you don't have to necessarily get the first down right here, but if you don't get it, you've got to at least keep the 4th down manageable to give yourself an opportunity to keep pushing the ball down the field and give yourself a shot to win.
And he's brought down after a huge completion. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. To throw, it's Howard. Feeling some heat. He'll pull it down. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
He was trying to push it downfield. He was looking for a receiver, trying to make a play. You could tell the pressure started to get to him a little bit. Nowhere to go with the football. Just fights back to the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. The pressure was rising. Drama just encapsulating this entire stadium, and the defense comes up with that pick.
Yeah, so the quarterback, he's got to be able to handle this situation. Obviously, everything gets elevated. Everything has to happen a split second sooner. You feel the crowd noise. You can feel the energy, but you've got to keep your poise. And you just wonder in this juncture of the game if the quarterback's starting to lose his cool.
He'll come out throwing on first down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's second down. He's looking to throw. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not put...
Lets it fly deep downfield. It's incomplete, and the clock strikes 0, and we are headed to overtime. First play of the first possession of OT. Going up top on first down. Coming after him. Snares it outside. It's Scott. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. On second down, he'll let it fly. A shot toward the end zone. If he runs this back, this game's over. And that will put a stamp on it. A game-deciding play as they seal it with a pick.
Oh, that's a throw the quarterback would love to have back. In this juncture of the game, it's overtime. You're down in the red zone. You know the windows are going to be small. Just got too aggressive with his decision-making. Throws the costly interception. Now the opponent's about to take over, and if they score, they win.
First down, and this defense is desperate. Any kind of score, and it's over. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Timeout called by the defense as they want to make sure they avoid any hint of a mental lapse here in overtime. Third and long, and they want to be careful here not to go backwards and make a potential game-winning kick tougher. Here's the handoff. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll try to walk it off with a long field goal here in overtime. Right down the middle. The kick is good. A game winner in overtime. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. I know how to sum up this game succinctly. That was fun, and what a victory to remember.
Fun for them, fun for us, just the back and forth, games that are so nip and tuck, and you know every play matters so much. These are the games that we love to call.
Yeah, every play matters, David, and that's why coaching staffs practice overtime scenarios and situations throughout the week. It's important to drill these types of scenarios. You never know what games are going to go to OT, and when they do, you love to be able to go out and execute with the game on the line.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.